Billionaire woman deceived by her own boyfriend. Harvey wakes up tied up on the floor. Vero and Roslin begin interrogating him, and at first, Harvey tries to act tough. But something shocking happens. Let's find out how it all began. One day, a beautiful young woman named Roslin is left absolutely devastated after losing her parents. Surrounded by people offering perfect peace platitudes, she becomes a shadow of herself, crying out to God and wondering why death had to take them so suddenly. She's completely alone, with no shoulder to lean on. Later that day at home, just when Roslin needs support the most, her fiancé Jav finally shows up. But instead of comfort, he brings excuses. Roslin is furious. Can you believe this guy? He missed the wake, the burial, and every important moment. His excuse? He was busy with work. When Roslin calls him out on his silly excuses, he gives a half-hearted apology and immediately shifts the conversation to her upcoming trip to the UK. He tells her she needs to meet up with her program, showing he cares more about her schedule than her grief. The following morning, the family lawyer, barrister, arrives, but he isn't there to offer sympathy. Instead, he drops a massive bombshell. Roslin's father has been linked to fraudulent activities, and because of that, all his properties have been seized. Roslin is stunned. The bank is coming for the cars the next day. Barrister explains that the only thing she has left is the house, and she has less than 1 year to come up with 30 million naira to save it. To make matters worse, her trust fund and all the family accounts have been frozen. When Roslin reminds him that her father trained his children in the best universities, the lawyer coldly tells her that since her father is dead, his loyalty died with him. He hands her the remaining documents and walks away, leaving her completely shattered. Later that afternoon, Roslin opens up to her friend Shika. She's desperate. Her uncles refuse to help, and Barrister no longer picks up her calls. Shika is shocked to learn that the lawyer has already secured a new job at another company. She then suggests that Roslin reach out to Harvey's father for help, since they are practically family. The next day at the office, Roslin visits Harvey's father. He acts warm and fatherly, telling her she's like a daughter to him while offering his condolences. Roslin confesses that he is her last hope. He responds cautiously, saying legal matters take time and nothing is guaranteed. However, he offers her a job at his company until things are sorted out. Roslin is overwhelmed with gratitude, believing he is her guardian angel. Little does she know what is happening behind the scenes. Back at home later that day, Roslin tells Chika about the job offer, but there's a problem. Even with the salary, there's no way she can raise 30 million naira before the deadline. Chika then comes up with a surprisingly reasonable idea, getting a flatmate. The house is massive and located in an exclusive estate in Lagos. Chika suggests charging 10 million naira, though Roslin is skeptical. Eventually, they agree to reduce it to 5 million naira and give it a try. Weeks later, Roslin is preparing to travel to the UK. While rushing to the airport, she speaks with Bayo, the agent, over the phone. Bayo informs her that he has found someone willing to pay 3 million naira upfront and move in immediately. In a hurry to catch her flight, Roslin tells Bayo to allow the person move in as long as they are a decent person. Bayo and Roslin's friend bring the new flatmate to the house. Enter Veronica. She is the complete opposite of exclusive. Loud, overly dramatic, and dressed very casually, Veronica arrives shouting, "Soft, soft, soft," while obsessing over how bang the house looks. Can you imagine Roslin's reaction if she were there to witness this? Veronica is already making plans to use the mansion for TikTok content and music video shoots so she can go viral. She even talks excitedly about cooking fisherman's soup in the luxurious kitchen. While Bayo tries to get her to sign the necessary documents, Veronica is too busy celebrating and screaming that poverty is a bastard. Roslin returns from the UK alongside Jav. As they approach the house, they hear loud music blasting from inside. It sounds more like a nightclub than a home. Roslin, already exhausted and sore from the flight, looks confused. What kind of madness is going on in her house? The moment they walk in, they discover a full-blown party happening in the living room. Roslin is shocked to find Veronica drinking her late father's expensive wine and dancing wildly as though the mansion belongs to her. The craziest part? Veronica is completely unbothered by the horror on Roslin's face. Roslin, shaking with anger, demands to know who she is, only for Veronica to casually introduce herself as the housemate. When Harvey tries to intervene, Veronica shows him absolutely no respect, calling him a bouncer before mockingly referring to him as Beyoncé after he introduces himself as Roslin's fiancé. Can you believe her audacity? Veronica boldly makes it clear that she paid her money and has no intention of leaving. She even invites Roslin to come dance and enjoy the wine with them. Later that evening at home, Roslin is completely frustrated and desperately tries to contact the agent to understand how this nuisance ended up in her house. But instead of comforting his grieving fiancé, Harvey has something entirely different on his mind. Rather than supporting Roslin emotionally, he starts acting seductive and tells her she needs to decompress with sex. Seriously, at a moment like this? When Roslin reminds him that she is stressed, grieving, and emotionally exhausted after losing her parents, Harvey suddenly develops a nasty attitude. He accuses her of ruining the mood every single time before storming off angrily, leaving her alone with her frustration. The following morning at home, Roslin wakes up to yet another problem when she notices the food she left on the table has disappeared. When she confronts Veronica, the girl doesn't even flinch. Instead, she casually claims she was only being a friendly flatmate by eating it. As if that wasn't enough, Veronica even asks whether Roslin thought food services were not included in the rent. Can you imagine the level of disrespect? Disgusted, Roslin tells Veronica that her literacy must be buried beneath her stupid behavior. She immediately sets strict boundaries, making it clear that Veronica only has access to her bedroom, the kitchen, and limited access to the living room. Most importantly, she warns her never to touch her belongings again. Later that day at the office, Roslin meets with Harvey's father, who continues acting like the perfect helper and father figure. He tells her he wants to make her life bearable because her father was once there for him during one of the darkest periods of his life. Roslin becomes emotional with gratitude, completely unaware that she is thanking one of the very people secretly plotting to steal her inheritance. What happens when she finally discovers the truth? Later that afternoon at the office, things become uncomfortable when Roslin catches Harvey having a very intimate conversation with a colleague named Anita. The moment Roslin asks who she is, Harvey immediately switches into defensive mode. He dismisses it as a casual conversation and sharply tells Roslin to remain professional because they are at work. But if it was truly innocent, why did he react so aggressively? The following day at home, the battle over the living room continues. Roslin finds Vero eating in the lounge once again and immediately loses her patience, ordering her to take her food to the dining area and clean up after herself. But is Vero the type to back down? Not at all. Vero boldly reminds Roslin that she is a living person, so of course she will eat in the living room. She even mocks Roslin, calling her Queen Eliza, Mother of Dragons, before telling her to stop talking too much. Later that day, Roslin walks into the kitchen only to find it looking like a complete disaster zone. Furious, she confronts Vero, asking whether she is a pig and whether she thinks the mansion is the pit she crawled out from. Vero casually responds that she planned to wash the dishes after taking a small sleep, leaving Roslin even more convinced that something is seriously wrong with the girl. Weeks later at home, Roslin desperately searches through her late father's files, hoping to find anything that could help save the family home. Harvey walks in and instead of helping, tells her to stop stressing because his father is already handling the matter with the best lawyers. When Harvey once again tries to get intimate and Roslin rejects him, his true colors finally begin to show. He complains that she is no longer the fun Rosie who used to be ready for a good time, anywhere and anytime. The argument quickly escalates into a heated exchange of words before Harvey grabs her forcefully, leaving Roslin emotionally shattered after he storms out. Could this be the moment Roslin finally realizes the kind of man Harvey truly is? The following morning, 10 a.m. Roslin is suddenly woken up by loud blasting music. Furious, she confronts Vero for turning the house into a nightclub once again. But Vero casually explains that the music is simply her alarm clock to prepare herself for work. Honestly, who uses nightclub-level music as an alarm? Later that day at the office, Roslin's suspicions finally reach a breaking point when she spots Mr. David, her father's former CFO who betrayed him, having a private meeting with Harvey's father. Shocked, Roslin questions why he is dining with the very people who ruined her father's life. However, Harvey's father calmly assures her that he knows exactly what he is doing and that everything is under control. But can he really be trusted? Later that evening at home, Roslin returns home only to discover that Vero has invited a group of rough-looking friends into the mansion for another party. Completely fed up, Roslin threatens to have every single one of them arrested. After forcing the guests out, she hands Vero a written list containing 5 strict rules. No parties, no loud music, no touching her personal belongings, no involvement in her private matters. And if Vero wants to bring any of her crazy friends into the house, she must first get permission. Vero reluctantly accepts the rules, but immediately complains about the rule restricting her friends before angrily walking away. Roslin with her friend Chica over the phone, beginning to question whether she may have gone too far with the rules she posed on Vero. She explains that her frugal nature will not allow her to waste money on lawyers because she is trying to save every single kobo to protect her father's legacy. Roslin also admits she is tired of depending on Harvey's father and wants to start handling things herself. Moments later in the kitchen, Vero is seen talking to herself while having a full internal argument. She keeps wondering why she should feel afraid to move freely around a house she actually paid for. After all, if she paid her rent, why should anyone control where she goes in the house? The following Saturday, later that afternoon, Roslin comes downstairs looking for her friend Chica, but what she finds is a total shocker that feels like a stab in the back. Instead of waiting for her to go over the files, Chica has wandered into the kitchen and is actually chatting with Vero like they've been best friends for years. Chica is standing there, absolutely mesmerized by the smell of the seafood okra. Vero is cooking, even telling her good job. She's being so friendly that she even makes a special request, telling Vero she'll be waiting and to make sure she serves her plenty of soup. When Roslin sees this, she is absolutely livid. She can't believe her own best friend is bonding over a pot of soup with the woman she considers her enemy. Roslin doesn't hold back, calling the food garbage and telling Chica she has no words for her. But Chica isn't even bothered by the drama. She tells Roslin it's not that serious and that she is being dramatic. She even tries to get Roslin to take a break and eat something, but Roslin is too disgusted to even look at the plate, claiming her frugality has no room for such betrayal. Chica keeps eating anyway, even rubbing it in by saying the soup is really, really nice, leaving Roslin feeling completely alone in her own house. Later that day, we see Vero alone, deep in thought. She is tired of shooting content in the same old background and is determined to network with people who actually have money. She is clearly a girl with a plan, even if Roslin can't see it yet. The following Monday at the office, Roslin's world is turned upside down when she sees Harvey's father meeting with the very men who betrayed her dad, Mr. David and the lawyer, barrister. Later that day, when she demands to know why he is with her enemies, Harvey's father finally drops his mask of kindness. He tells her he does not run a business on emotions and threatens to squash her like a tomato if she continues being disrespectful. Minutes later, Roslin reaches her breaking point. She looks him in the eye and says, "I quit," before walking out. Outside, Harvey catches up with her, but instead of supporting his fiancé, he is angry that she disrespected his father. Roslin finally sees the truth. Harvey, his father, and the lawyer are all working together behind her back. That evening at home, Vero shows a surprisingly human side. She brings a plate of food to Roslin's room, calling it payment for the rice she ate when she first moved in. She tells Roslin to eat so she has the strength to fight her battle. Even though Roslin tells her to get out, Vero leaves the food anyway, reminding her that shame for hunger is a real thing. Weeks later, Harvey shows up at the house again. Roslin is still buried in her father's files, and Harvey starts mocking her, asking why she is stressing over something she has no control over. He tells her she has no money or resources and should just leave everything to his father. Days later, while they are arguing about the evidence, Harvey mentions the forged documents. His face goes pale as he accidentally slips up. Roslin immediately asks, "How did you know about the forged documents?" She catches him instantly. She never told him about forgery. Realizing he has been caught, Harvey turns into a total monster. He grabs her, calls her a princess who thinks she is untouchable, and begins physically attacking her. Suddenly, Vero jumps in like a total boss and defends Roslin. She stands her ground and dares Harvey to touch her. Harvey, being the coward that he is, flees the house in pain. Later that night, a broken Roslin crying out to God, wondering why she has been left in the hands of criminals and abusers. Later, Vero comes in and tells Roslin to wise up because no one is coming to save her. She has to save herself. She points out that Harvey's father clearly doesn't care about the parties and suggests a new plan. Her uncle is a legal expert who can help them. She then proposes they bring Harvey in and torture the truth out of him. Although Roslin is skeptical about the idea, she eventually agrees. The following week, Vero's uncle reviews the documents and confirms they are dealing with forgery, asset misappropriation, and corporate fraud. Later that day, they set a trap for Harvey, luring him to the house by telling him he forgot his keys. When he arrives, they knock him out cold. In the next scene, Harvey wakes up tied up on the floor. Vero and Roslin begin the interrogation, and at first, Harvey tries to act tough. But when Vero threatens to pour hydrofluoric acid on his face, the coward finally breaks. He confesses everything. His father, Mr. David, and the lawyer conspired to steal all the assets. But the most chilling revelation is that Roslin's parents did not die in an accident. It was murder. Their vehicle was tampered with because Harvey's father could not stand the idea of a child like Roslin becoming the CEO. The following day, after the confession, Vero's uncle warns them that their methods were risky, but the truth is finally out, and they now have enough evidence to build a strong case. He also reveals to Roslin that Vero is not just some girl from the streets. She actually graduated from a top school with flying colors in philosophy. Weeks later, justice is finally served. Roslin secures 70% of her father's property and assets. As the movie ends, Roslin prepares to return to the UK to finish her studies, leaving the house in the trusted hands of Vero, the woman who started as her nightmare roommate, but ended up as her guardian angel. So guys, if you enjoyed this movie, kindly subscribe to this channel to get more of our latest movies.